Top ban only secularism debate. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say the question tonight is whether a debate over true secularism and pseudo-secularism is necessary in this country. Now, many people will say Republic should not be debating these issues. These are settled matters. That is why Republic is different. We do not believe these are settled matters. Society evolves, thinking evolves. We cannot stay stuck into something that Indira Gandhi wanted. I know the other side wants to open the debate. Vishnu Shankar Jain, why did you file this petition? And do you have any options now that your petition has been rejected by the Honorable Supreme Court bench?
See, Arnab, first of all, I would like to clarify that my petition has not been dismissed by the Supreme Court. It is adjourned to 18th of November. The matter was heard before the Supreme Court. Lot of arguments were raised by us before the Supreme Court which were not reported, and I am saying it with lot of sense of responsibility. Many arguments and observations by the bench were not reported, but be that as it may, now let's
such as which, such as what we would like to know. I am fully aware that there are websites covering the court which are biased in one direction. Yes. I'm not naming them. These websites should be ashamed of themselves for trying to misrepresent what is happening in the Supreme Court. But you are saying your case is not dismissed, which means that the Supreme Court will continue to hear. And this will become one of the biggest debates in the country. Do you need the word secular at all? What happened in the court which has not been reported?
No, the point is this. What I argued before the court is this.
Yes.
That there is a Constitution Assembly debate on 15th of November 1948, volume number 7, page number 401-402 of B.R. Ambedkar, and I am quoting him, quote and unquote, it cannot be laid down in the Constitution itself because that is destroying democracy altogether. If you state in the Constitution that the social organization of the state shall take a particular form, you are in my judgment taking away the liberty of the people to decide what should be the social organization in which they wish to live. So that is point number one. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was against this word socialism and secularism, and 3 times under the proposal of K.T. Shah, Professor K.T. Shah, was rejected by the founding fathers of the Constitution. Point number one. The most important point which you have to understand in this debate today is this, that are you forcing the government to be secular or socialist, or you are forcing the people to be social and secular, socialist and secular? My argument and submission is that the government has to do the governance irrespective of the religion and caste of the people, and in governance there should be no discrimination. We all agree. And so far as that aspect is concerned, no one on this panel can say that government in administration can discriminate between citizens on the basis of religion. The point is this, can you discriminate the citizens? Can you force the citizens of this country? Because if you see the preamble, what is written? We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, social, secular, democratic republic. So you have forced the people of this country to imbibe and believe in the principles of socialism and secularism, which is completely unconstitutional. And kindly see, I ask a question today, whether the followers of Islam, whether the followers of Sanatan Dharma, whether the followers of Christianity can say that all the religions are equal? Can they say? No one can say, because everyone has a right under Article 25 of the Constitution of India to believe that their religion is supreme. My learned friend here, Atikur Rahman, will believe that his Quran, his Hadith is supreme. I will believe that my Gita is supreme. A Christian will believe his Bible is supreme. So how you are forcing me to be secular? You are forcing the people of this country to be secular. And that's the second aspect, second limb of submission, that how the word secularism has been destroyed. And a very important point I want to make here. Today we all are seeing that in the Waqf Amendment Act, opportunities given by constituting a JPC of 31 members. People are going there, making their representations, and they are being heard. When these 2 words were introduced in the Constitution, no one was heard. It was in the time of emergency when these 2 amendments were brought. There was actually no debate in the parliament.
So you're saying these words were brought in by stealth? These words were brought in undercover?